All right, thank you, Pastor Pruitt. So we're going to try to make this as brief as possible. So the first person I'd like to welcome to the podium, besides Pastor Pruitt, is our mayor, Andy Schuer, who took time out of a busy day to come and do this today. I know he has other events that he needs to get to, so we want to go ahead and allow our gracious mayor an opportunity to speak to you all. So, Mayor Andy Schuer.
I'm gonna be brief because this day isn't about me. I'm looking to coach. What a wonderful day! I wanna say to all the young men, listen, learn from your coaches. The Kappas have an incredible program of teaching young men not just football but life. So for all of you young men here, we're expecting great things from you, and we appreciate it, not just on the field but in life in general. To all the parents, thank you for being here. This is such an important organization that we have here in our city. We are standing here at Willard Walker Field on purpose. We honor Coach. We honor Mrs. Walker. We honor all the work that has been done here on this field and with these young men, not just this year, but throughout so many years. This is such a positive. When you hear, all the negatives about kids these days and they don't do anything and they're sitting in front of their computers, and I know that because my son does. But having this education, these young men being able to learn as a team, it's exactly what we need in this city. So I appreciate it. I appreciate being here. I appreciate the Kappas. I've still got my ring. They gave me a ring. The Polmark gave me a ring, and it sits in my office as a point of pride because it's such an incredible organization, the Kappas and the Kappa's Express here. The fact that they are all in for these young men. So it's just an honor to be here. I appreciate it. And I wish you all the best. I know you're going to kick butt on the field, and I wish you all the best in life. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Mayor, before you go, I actually do have another item for you, and I'll bring it to your office. But we have a helmet for you this time.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I have it for you. So we're going to have the kids sign it, and I'll get it over to you. So, absolutely. So, all right. Next up, we have our Polmark. Our Polmark is the leader of our alumni chapter of Kappa Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and so we want to give him an opportunity to speak on behalf of our illustrious fraternity. So please welcome Polmark Austin McKay to the podium.
Austin.
Thank you. On behalf of the Lansing Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi, we just want to thank the community, the players, the friends and family for coming out to celebrate with us for 50 years of excellence in the Kappa Express program. I'm a product of this program. I played for Kappa Express growing up from 8 to 13 years old. And now I serve as the Polmark and giving back to the organization that's given me so much. So on behalf of the chapter, we have a tailgate for you all with burgers, hot dogs, chips, waters, pops, free for the community. So come and have some food and fellowship with us and enjoy the games and celebrate this momentous occasion for 50 years and 50 years to go.
Yo to the noobs. All right. Now, I'm going to bring up someone who is very special to Coach Walker. All right. And so she is the apple of his eye. His sweetheart, his Kappa Alpha Psi sweetheart, Miss Victoria Walker.
Thank you, Dad. He says I'm the apple of his eye, but it depends on what day it is. So, I was introduced to Kappa in my 7th grade year, which was years ago. And how I was introduced, they had probably 8 boys that were in my class that had Kappa jerseys on. And they walked through the hallways. We went to Dwight Rich, but back then you couldn't play football or sports in 7th grade. But they walked through the hallways and they were proud. And they were like, we got a game tomorrow, but we wear our jerseys today. And they were excited about it. Now, they were winning, just like all of you. But at the end of the day, it wasn't about who won or who lose. It was about teamwork. It was about dedication. It was showing up, getting good grades at school. And it was about community. And that's what it's still been. All these years, it's about community. These Kappa men and the women that stand behind them want to make sure that you all have the best opportunities. Now, Coach Walker has always been about making sure that young black men and women are treated fairly, have good education, they know how to say please and thank you, and they're well respected. When you wear these jerseys, when parents, you wear your shirts, when you're out here at the games, it's about respect, dignity, and honor in the community. We wouldn't be here today if a man and his friends, some of these guys who've been standing here coaching for years, 50 years. All the other teams, the Terriers, the Cowboys, the Bulldogs, the Dynamites, those teams are gone. But guess who's standing strong?
Yeah.
Kappa Express.
Yeah.
It's about the community. Let's keep it going. When people get in your face and say something, be like, yeah, we know we the best. And just keep it moving. Parents, same thing with you. Teach your kids how to be nice to somebody else. Teach your kids to pick up the trash when they eat something on the ground. And model good behavior in front of them. That's what these men have done. Same field, same team, most of the same coaching staff. We haven't failed. And it's up to you. It's up to you. Now, I'm going to introduce to you the man who stepped up, brought a few of his good brothers alongside to keep a dynamic feeding program for high schools along. I'm proud to be connected to him because he taught me how to be a better person. Now, I didn't get it every day and all the time, but because I'm still here, I can still each one teach one. So, I want everybody to stand and give a round of applause for my king, Coach Willard King Walker.
She's bossing me here. I need help. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm so pleased that everybody is here. There's absolutely no way that we could have, as an organization, and I could have. I'm sweet, so that's something trying to bite me. Dream of a day like this for me. I'm an old guy, and I'm already losing my potion. So I had some remarks, but it's not gonna work. So just let me talk to you about how I feel about today. 50 years doing anything is a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I recognize that. But it doesn't seem to have been that long. I remember the day when I decided as a member of Kappa Express that being in the community was really where we ought to be. And so this team was originally called the Blackhawks. And for whatever reason, they had to break up. And I didn't coach with the Blackhawks. I just came, they practiced like a block and a half up the street at St. Joe Park where I live, so it was easy to walk up there. And what I noticed was that Organization was good, but communication was not. So I stayed up for a while, not coaching, but just watching what they did. And they wanted to dissolve the team. And I'm thinking, that team belongs in this community. And maybe we ought to do something to keep it here. And so I went to the frat and talked to the guys and said, let's talk about continuing this. And of course, I was pulling out at the time. So I had to let's go. My whole idea was this is a community activity. It's not just a parental activity where people come up and yell at kids. It's a community activity. And we're going to treat it that way. And even to this day, we still try to do it. I go up there sometimes now. It's on the block and a half of the street. I hear too much fuss if I go up there, so I don't. But I'm coming up there next week. But the fact is that it belongs to the community. This team belongs to this community. And I stand here and I look at you, and I look at these little dudes, and they look like they're like 7 and 8 years of age. Can't run, can't stand up, can talk for a little bit, but they pay attention. And that was the whole idea. How do we take it in the community? How do we keep it in the community? How do we make it possible for people who don't live right around the St. Joe Park and on the west side, who want to bring their kids in, let them feel free bringing their kids. And so my first parent meeting, community meeting over there, was to ask the parents to think about that, you know. And I'm a grandparent kid myself. I don't remember my mom or my dad. Raised by my grandma. She had a nice composition, but a quick hand. So you didn't discuss much with her. You just sort of said, yes, ma'am, and you moved. But what I learned from her and learned from her friend growing up was grandparents count. Grandparents are the backbone of community. My grandma, everywhere I went, she showed up. Whether it was to a baseball game, football game, she showed up. And if I acted, quote, ugly, as she used to call it, I heard her. You don't talk back to people. So I'm saying to Vicky, I'm a grandparent. But one of the strengths that we have here is that we have access to people, to grandparents like myself and to all of you here who look like you everything from 8 to 90. So that's a combination of four. But in that combination, that's where the communication is. And so my thanks to you for being here is hopefully we can stay together. I believe this is a strong community. But being a grandparent kid, I still see roles for us grandparents. And that's what I want to end this 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, you can't coach by yourself. Anybody who's ever coached or a parent that's been a part of the program, I need you to come either out here or somewhere so you can be recognized, because you guys need your applause as well. Letitia, I see you. Coach Cannon has been here for
George.
the beginning. Coach Singleton has been here for the beginning.
Yeah, yep.
Coach DA was a little snot back in the day and came on and raised up. And as much as he makes me mad sometimes, I want to say thank you for coming back and stepping up, because you guys wouldn't be here. Because I was like, cut it, cut the program. But he stepped in to keep it going. And we want the Kappa Express name to be strong and to keep that legacy going on. So anybody who's been a part, please come out. Coach McKay, I know you coached a little bit too, didn't you? Just a little bit. We've got a couple of women who have been on the scenes, behind the scenes, and worked their tails off. Rhonda Thompson, Letitia Richardson, and everybody knows who Monica is.
Yeah.
Without these women, a lot of you guys wouldn't have snacks, you wouldn't have stats, you wouldn't have jerseys, you wouldn't have a lot of things. Parents, some of you that are out there, step up and help these coaches, help your kids out. We need you guys to keep this program going. But I wanted you guys to see some of the people that are behind the scenes, and I want to say thank you to the frat. Kappa Alpha Psi is the #1 frat.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. You guys stand behind Coach Walker, and you stand behind supporting me. So I appreciate all you guys. So, and I want to thank Mayor Shore. You know, you came on the scene as a young guy, but you've been amazing to Coach Walker. And without you, he wouldn't still be going. So I want to thank you, the dedication that you give the community and the support you give us me. So thank you.
All right, so we are almost finished. And so, the first person I'd like to bring up is Coach George Cannon.
He dropped it.
All right, Coach, this is just the token of appreciation. All right, so it says Coach Cannon, 50 years of excellence, and on there it has 1975 to 2025.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Never happen again. Never happen again.
You want to say anything to
Hey, it's been an honor to work with the kids and everything. I took off for about 4 years, and now I'm back again working with these young men and all. And I missed it. I took a little job and everything to replace it, but this gives me more satisfaction than working. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Singleton. This is Coach Harold Singleton.
Yeah.
And like Miss Walker alluded to, he's been around since the beginning. And so just want to honor you as well, Coach. You're welcome.
One thing that I remember about Kappa Express is that I was working in Washington, D.C., and I flew home every week to be here with the team. And it was probably one of the most enjoyable times that I've had because I worked hard. But during the week, it was like a relief to be here with you and with all the kids that we have coached through the years. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this last award is for Coach Charlie Brown, who couldn't be here with us today. So I'll make sure he does get his award. All right. And then last, I want to bring up Coach Walker again. If somebody bring Coach on up here. So this right here is a base. All right. And on this base it says Coach Willard Walker, 50 years of excellence, 1975 to 2025. All right. So this bass, just gonna sit here for a second. All right. All right. So I was in Coach Walker's house on Wednesday, and he had a crystal football sitting on his little mantle. I said, Coach, you know where that came from? And he looked and said, I don't know. I said, I got that for you. He's like, oh, you did? Yes, I did. So back in 2017, we honored Coach Walker and then also Coach Johnson. He coached, I believe it was the either the Breakers or the Southside. It was the Breakers, right? So we honored both of them back in 2017. Okay, but this right here, when I went into the trophy shop, I said I need to get something for Coach Walker, and I don't want a football because Coach Walker coached football, but football is not who he was. Okay, and it wasn't who he was to the community. And so as I'm sitting there going through this book, the lady had some glass trophies and some plaques and some different stuff. I said I don't want that. I want some crystal. And she said, well, that's expensive. I said I don't care. Okay. And so she's going through, and I said, but I need something special for him. And she was flipping through the page, and she bypassed this thing right here. This thing is called an ewer. It's E-W-E-R. For those who may not know what it is, I don't want to insult your intelligence. But this is an ewer, all right? And so with an ewer, you fill this up with something so that you can pour it out, okay? And so I said, I want that. I want that. She said, why do you want that? I said, because that's who Coach Walker is, okay? And I said, Coach Walker is a man who has poured into this community and any community he's ever been in his entire life. And I said, I need something that represents and embodies who he is as a man. And so with this ewer, this is a representation of who you are as a man, okay? And you poured into this community for over 50 years. And I just want to tell you I love you. I'm trying to keep the tears from coming. There is no man on this planet that I admire more than my father and Coach Walker. And my mother and father been married for 56 years. But this man has been so much to me. And I don't think you guys know. And so, Coach, I just want to tell you, I love you. I thank you. And everyone, please give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for coming out. But I don't think you guys realize the type of man he is. Okay? And I've never admired a person more than I've admired my own father until I met him, okay? And I've clung to this man for years, and I know people don't know why, but I love him, okay? And I appreciate him, and again, this community doesn't know what they have in this guy. And so again, Coach, thank you, appreciate you, and I know what the fraternity loves for everything you've done for these kids, all right? Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you all.
All set? Let's go. Radio? Let's go. Radio? Let's go. Who are we? Kappa. Kappa. We all we got. We all we need. We all we got. We all we need. Cap on 3. 1, 2, 3. Kappa.